Well, it was said that one tree does not make a forest. Two is better than one. This truth could also be seen in the spiritual world. There is no doubt that I shall pray, you shall pray. This in our everyday life. As believers, we must pray in our home, at our job, on the road, wherever we are, we must pray. But one thing is sure is that there is a power in the corporate prayer. God's people getting together to pray, the devil is terrified and the favor of God is shown to all his children. Jesus himself brought to our attention in the book of Matthew chapter 18 verse 19 the need of corporate prayer. It said, "Again I say to you, if two of you agree on earth about anything they ask, it will be done by my Father in heaven. For where two or three are gathered in my name, there am I among them." When two or three gather together, I am among them. Paul also recognized the prayer of many. So he said in 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 11, say, "You also must help us by prayer, so that many will give thanks on our behalf for the blessing granted us through the prayer of many." Prayer of many. Many people praying. God himself encouraged us to pray individually, but also to pray in a group. It said in the 2 Chronicle chapter 7 verse 14, say, "If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray." If they can come together, humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal the land. So powerful. Corporate prayer is important. In 2 Chronicle chapter 20 verse 3 to 4, the king Jehoshaphat heard that the enemy is coming. A big or a large troop was coming against him and his people. He himself prayed, but he did something else. He called on his people. He said, "Then Jehoshaphat was afraid and set his face to seek the Lord, and proclaimed a fast throughout all Judah. And Judah assembled to seek help from the Lord. From all the cities of Judah, they came to seek the Lord." When the king Jehoshaphat prayed and then called upon his people, they responded. They came together. They came from different parts of the city, and together they prayed. And when they did that, what happened? God himself fought the battle for them. In the book of Acts chapter 12, we heard that James was arrested and was murdered. Peter was also arrested, but he was not killed. What was the catch there? The church was praying. A constant prayer of the church helped to free Peter from the prison. And in the absence, or we can say that in the absence, or we can notice that in the absence of prayer, things can change. The answer of God could be different, but a constant prayer, a cooperative prayer, can change the outcome. Are you a leader of your family? You must pray with your spouse and with your children. Are you a leader of your church? Are you a leader of your community? Are you a leader of your city, your state, or your nation? You must call on your people to pray. You must call on your people and pray together. When you pray and I pray, it is good. But when we come in agreement and we pray together, the energy is so powerful. And the answer or the response from God is amazing. Remember, when Jehoshaphat was attacked, he turned to God. He prayed, but he also called on his people. And the people responded. And when they prayed, God acts on their behalf. God fought the battle for them. Do you have any battle that you are facing right now? Do you need any change? Do you need any miracle? Let us embrace one another and pray together so that God's power can move and change things for His glory. God is calling us. God is encouraging us to pray individually, but also to come together and call upon His name, and He will do great things on our behalf. So, will you do that? Are you willing? Or are we ready to come together and pray? Are we ready to do that?